Hey everybody, it's the Review Revolution, back at you again with the next, I guess last in the Series 1 Disney and Spin Master Tron Legacy, powered by Impulse Projection, Deluxe Sam Flynn. Very cool. Considering that up till now, it's been Clue, the Blackguard, got the bad guys out of the way, Rinsler, who I'm still not convinced he's a bad guy, and then we ended up with one of the heroes, or the only hero that's in this set. Yeah, I think Sam Flynn was kind of a cool one to wrap up with. Typical packaging, standard packaging for Tron figures now, even the small 3-inch variety. Hint, hint. Face moves and talks. So he's going to be a lot like Clue was. But yeah, those are the other figures that were out. Package includes one Deluxe Sam Flynn, check. One Identity Disc, check. One Baton, check. And one User Instruction Guide, check. Everything seems to be there. Sam, mid-20s and son of Kevin Flynn, he is smart, confident, and charismatic, as well as self-consciously fearless. He has an adventurous spirit that makes him unafraid to take risks. Sam is pulled into the Tron system, tested in a series of gladiatorial games, and eventually escapes and reconnects with his long-lost father. Discover the world of Tron at www.disney.com/Tron. So, yeah, he's going to be one of the heroes. And funny enough, it's something where the trailers that have been out showing where he gets sent to the grid, and the sirens kind of give him the outfit. It kind of makes me wonder because, the whole idea was that in the original Tron, Flynn was hit with the laser and digitally translated into a program. And he was already in, the program style. Sam, on the other hand, and Flynn actually too, since the new system was built for Incom, they seem to be able to go back and forth and still keep their clothes, their look. So, I don't mean to nitpick on that. I mean, it's explains in Betrayal. It's the new system, but for people who don't read Betrayal, I'm really curious to see how the movie is going to address the entire new style of how things look. If you've read the comic, you already know, but I'm kind of interested to see how the movie's going to talk about it. Sam in particular, well, we'll go ahead and pop him out of the pack, and we'll talk about Sam a little bit more while we're looking at the figure. So stick around, guys. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. We've got Sam out of the pack, and seriously, I think I should have started with Sam, because by far this is the weakest figure in the Deluxe Series 1. Again, hopefully Series 2 will improve on some things, but when you think Sam's going to be the hero, one of the heroes of the movie, he's really getting some shoddy treatment in the area of figures, and it's really disappointing. I thought that he would be the ones that would at least be maybe not the best one, but certainly be one of the better ones, and he turned out really lousy. I'm really disappointed. First off, of course, good stuff first. As always, I really do like the style of the new Tron. I love the plates. I just can't help thinking, maybe it looks like it was used some leftover Borg parts from Star Trek. Maybe, I don't know. I just kind of thought of that looking at the textured lines on there. Yeah, what are we going to do with all these extra Borg stuff? Let's do a new Tron movie. It's not the case, but you get my meaning. Flynn is, or Sam Flynn, is the only one in the series, of the Deluxe series, that actually has the blue. I think it looks pretty good. I actually really do like the paint on him. His patterns are actually pretty cool. The biggest drawback as far as the paint goes is that Sam is the only one that has some other color other than black and then whatever his life lights are. And it's the flesh on his hands which really look painfully green. They look almost kind of putrid green, in my opinion. They look really, really nasty. And it's a shame because, it's the only figure that has it, and it could have turned out so cool that it looks like they just sort of gave up. They didn't put as much effort into it. And that's disappointing. Sam, of course, like with Clue, uses that, the projection, the projectile projection, whatever, and his face lights up, and his lights light up in his chest, so the head has no articulation. No articulation in the head, because, like Clue, it's part of the gimmick. The torso, I've forgiven the torso. I've mentioned that enough times. I forgive the articulation of the torso. In the arms, Sam does have, I think, the best arm articulation of all the figures. Both left and right have good tight joints on the shoulder, bicep, elbow, nice elbow joint, and wrist. Where he really falls apart is in the legs. The legs on these figures, I don't know. I don't get it. It has a ball joint here up at the top, so it does twist. And it does come out, so there is a bit of a split so you can get him into. But even if I try and get into the joint to twist the ball, just to see if maybe repositioning the joint would let the legs come forward or back, doesn't really work. I mean, all you're really getting is whatever gap is in the joint itself, and whatever you get from the twist on the leg as far as coming out or forward at least. It's just a shame. What really gets me is on top of that is that when you look at the leg, the knee, you can see the sculpting on the knee goes all the way up to the thigh. You don't see the hinge anywhere. Reason for that? There is no hinge. His knee does not bend at all. It twists, but there's no bend. The foot, same thing. It's a cool kind of extra piece back here on the back of the heel. That's actually kind of neat. But only a twist, no pivot. So, considering up here, there's a twist at the thigh, because there's no knee or there's no hinge at the knee or foot, the reason for these two actually twisting, I don't get. I don't understand. I've looked. It looks like these are all original sculpts. It's not like they're kind of swapping out pieces. They may do that with later series where they just kind of interchange parts, legs, arms, and come out with new torsos. But for this figure to not have any bend in the knee and a twist, no hinge at the foot, but a twist, seems rather pointless considering that they already have it up here at the thigh. Just take this out and give us just the thigh, because that's all it's really going to do any good for anyway. I guess I'll go over his gimmick. Just like with Clue, he's got his 3 settings on the back, little switch. In the middle, which where I have it now, when you press the button, nothing happens. Flip it up, and flip it up. Come on now. Well, it's not working at all now. We have dead batteries. Oh.
Some things are worth the risk.
Okay, well, I'll take that. You see his chest does light up, and his face will project.
We gotta work together! It's the only way! Where am I? Am I on the grid? This is it. Come on. My name is Sam Flynn. I'm not a program. Some things are worth the risk.
So, he's got a good variety of stuff he says, and I'd like to get just the lights to work. There we go. when you flip it all the way up and press it, his torso lights up. And I like the blue color here on the torso. I like it actually a lot better than the light blue they used to paint him with. I would really like to have seen them take this color, this more kind of lightning blue, and go through the figure with that more lightning blue color, because this one's a little too pale. It's more white than blue. Now, in his accessories, which for the deluxe figures has been such a disappointment for all of them, Sam does seem to have different sculpted hands, but his identity disc, which is the standard disc just with the blue paint on it, doesn't really fit any better in the hands. As a matter of fact, being that the hands are in a tighter kind of a sculpt, it's actually a little bit harder to even get it in there. I guess there you go. You've got it like that. But more than likely, you'll probably not even want to fight it and just snap it onto his back like the others. And it seems that the discs only want to snap in a certain way. If you have them flipped the wrong way, they won't snap in right. I don't know, maybe that's me, but I've had to have them flipped a certain way for them to snap in. So again, a little disappointment there. Lastly, he does come with his baton. They all come with a baton. This one has a little blue on it as opposed to the orange or the yellow. And it has a little peg hole in it. And just like with Rensler, it will peg to the side of his leg. It is a very small peg, so be careful not to knock it off or you'll lose it. As far as Sam goes, you know, he's, again, the most disappointing of the line. I probably should have started with him first because it certainly would have made the others look better. Being that I did him last, it makes Sam look worse. And I'm really hoping that when we start taking a look at the 3-inch figures, he's going to come out much better. But for now, this has been a look at the Deluxe Tron Legacy Sam Flynn. Hope you enjoyed it. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.